equally as important to their businesses and to the U.S. economy, but
the exposure of Elon Musk now is massive compared with this. You know, he's taking his personal brand to the next level.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
So, Grady, what is your view on this, Grady? What is gonna take to become a millionaire in a tech space? Is it done really that easy, or if you don't know what you're doing, you can you will end up spending $250,000, $500,000, and still you don't know what is going on, because software developers are expensive. They don't come out cheap, right?
Well, I think it's all about mindset, to be honest. Like, it's not a matter of everything in life is easy. It just really involves continually making decisions, being analytical about what's happening in those decisions, and continuing to take steps forward, being willing to change either everything you're doing or continuing to follow something down in a process, whether it's easy or hard, as you see the results. So there's easy really isn't the point on it, but it is a matter of mindset. Because I think when you look at, particularly in the startup or the venture-backed world, but in all, I would say, tech millionaires, all tech success stories, one of the key common threads is, one, they're looking at things from a systems perspective. Whether you're in software side or in the marketing side, we do know today that the world is built up of many systems. And as soon as you can understand how to build a system model around something, then you can scale at a large capacity. That's one key aspect that makes everything that in the tech space go a lot faster. Is we're really focusing not on what we call lifestyle businesses, where it's one to many or one to few, serving a few customers, getting through the month's paycheck. No, it's ultimately about getting to a broad audience as quick as possible. So you need a system to succeed there. The second aspect of it is you talk a lot about the desire to pivot, or the quick to pivot, quick to make changes. Well, that's another key success factor. And this comes back to mindset.
How to do with mindset also, like you said.
And it really comes down to, I tell new clients all the time, everyone comes in, they hop on the call, and the first thing is they go, it really feels like you can help me get to a certain place. I just don't know that we're ready yet. And my answer is always, look, the more you feel like that, the more ready you are. Because what drives success is if you have a passion about an audience or a passion about a thing, but you don't know where that passion is going to take you, that's the time to get into these conversations. Because the less you know about it, the more you're giving the audience the opportunity to tell you what they need. And the more you allow them to fill it up, one, you endear yourself to that audience. They become really passionate about you because they see you're passionate about them and you're building things for them. And two, again, they tell you the keys of what it takes to be successful. You just need to listen, iterate, try different things, pivot really quickly, figure out what's working, not really be locked into who you think you are. So again, these are just core mindsets that if you can grab those, that's why you see tech companies start off as a dating app and turn into a logistics supply technology provider. It's like they 100%. Follow where the key, it all comes down to, I think, really two. Let me break down something about marketing and sales for everybody. It's only two things: audience and intent, audience and action. Everything is built around who are you doing it for and what's the thing you do. So if you have no idea about marketing and you don't know where to start as a founder, again, you're probably ready, but you just need to figure out, what is this group of people? Who are they exactly? And what do they want to do? And from there, I would bet you're all smart enough to figure out a way to create something to make money for them.
So Grady, tell us, what message do you have for this type of founder that I find it very common, actually? Yeah, that they come to me and said, what you do with this founder that would tell you, Grady, listen to me, my business is different. I'm a great software developer, and the software, the product that I have here, which changed the world, is so good and it's such a big problem in the market that people will come and they buy by itself. So I'm not putting any money in marketing. I'm not putting any money in sales. All the money that I have and all the funding that I'm going to find is to make this software the best they can, because this software is going to save the world. Yeah. And I don't need any of this because I'm a great programmer. I got my software patented, and that's it. All my money, all my resources go to software development. All the funding that I go is go to software development. because I'm gonna make $1 billion out of this. Yeah. So what message do you have? And then and then after 2 years, you say, what happened? No, we closed, we failed. So what message do you have for this tech entrepreneur that is actually very common on the space to find this conversation? Yeah. So what message do you have for these people?
I think it's really simple, Harry. And I think it's honestly, like you said, like I work with tech people and they really say the product's going to lead all and it's going to solve all the problems. Then I work with sales-led companies all the time and they think like, look, we can sell anybody anything and close the business. The reality is, this is my unique take on it. What is a company really? Well, this is what you guys want to, we all want to build companies. We want to build businesses, particularly businesses that make money and exit, right? That's our core focus. So what is a business? It's not a product. It's not sales and marketing. It's distribution. That's the core reason anybody buys any business.
I agree 100%.
So what is distribution encompass? What does it make up? Product, marketing, and sales. All three of those things have a value to it. But when you change your mindset about that, you realize that distribution, which to me, when I think about what defining distribution in it, it's very simple. It's a system of conversations that align ideal customers to a product, right?
Yeah, create a community. And for that, you have to create a community.
Around a core activity, which is
absolutely
use and buying of your product, right? That's the core thing. But now we know that like distribution is more valuable than sales, marketing, and product. Because you see people, like again, 100%. The Hermosis as an example. Let's look at what the Hermosis have done in a few years. They created a multi-million-dollar industry, multiple $200 million plus companies built around one audience segment. And they systematically started with conversation, coaching, and consulting, then used content to scale it, basically the learnings they got from the coaching and consulting, sharing at a larger base. Then they figured out we need to solve this problem for them, this problem. And so then there's 3 to 4 companies that all spring up around it. It's not a product-based business venture. It's not because they have a sales model, although they have a sales school product. That's just an auxiliary product of them being passionate about an audience. And so getting back to what you were asking about there, like ultimately it comes to always be looking at how can I create and grow distribution, which is again, conversations that align. And the key behind that, I mean, it's as simple as this. Dale Carnegie cracked the code, I don't know, like 40, 50 years ago. You've got to humanize things as much as possible. No matter if your product is going to change the world, the value or solution is going to change the world, how does that message get conveyed? People talking with other people, using the product, that's a conversation, sharing to other people what the product did for them. It's all about the human aspect of it. And today with AI and technology, sales, marketing, and product have never been easier, which means that we need to focus in our business around the human aspects. How do we, again, create great people in your team that are aligning great people, your core audience and customer, around the thing you're doing? And so then sales, marketing, product doesn't seem as important. As long as you figure out the human aspect, you're going to have success across these, just like the Hermosis and others are doing.
Yeah, and then this is what I always say, Grady. You see, first-time founders, they always focus in the product, how they can make the product better, and this is very common in first-time founders. So, second-time founders, it's all about sales and marketing. They're more focused in sales and marketing, and then after they develop the product. But now, third-time founders, they do something different. They create that market. They create that community. Yes. They become an authority in the marketplace. And then they design the sales and marketing strategy. And probably the last thing that they're going to do is developing the product, because the product will depend on the needs and problems that this community have. But then, Grady, then you go there and then you want to coach and tech entrepreneur, and everybody already throwing money they don't even know what is it. This is a very strong personal brand. I think that there's some deviation what actually happened and what is reality in the tech space today. Can you expand a little bit more on that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that have happened over the last couple of years that really, if you're founding a company, you just need to change your mindset.
It was personal brand when Mark Zuckerberg. I don't think that this concept even existed when he started Facebook.
No, but it didn't matter at that point. But look how much
exactly, absolutely, it didn't matter then, but it matters now.
He's putting so much effort into personal brand, and I think you brought up Elon Musk as an example too. Elon Musk to me is one of the best examples of a founder that truly understands the value of distribution. Because what did Elon Musk do? He purchased one of the largest social media networks. You can't get a more clear example of not only going out and getting distribution, then over the last year or so, changing how that platform.
So look where he's investing. Why he's investing in this, in the large distribution channel, you see?
And the effect that it has had on his business, for better or worse. But so I think you set aside that. That's the value.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Grady. And every time that I go to X, somehow I see Elon Musk's new project.
Yes. Not only
all the time that I go inside, I don't go that often, but every time that goes, this is the first post, I see something about him.
Yeah, the whole platform is built around referral loops driven back to him. But I mean, but I think the other key
great idea, by the way.
Yes, I think again, I'm writing a book currently on distribution, and it's my opening introduction because you can clearly see the value to his business. But for the average founders, let me just ask you this: like most of you probably have a development building background. If you had a salesperson that like never picked up the phone and called back, or emailed the lead again, what would you think of that salesperson? They're not doing their job, right? Well, one of the base core level jobs of a founder today is to, one, own the product, right? Run that and create vision on it. Two, own the team. That was like, again, the second wave, I think, of venture capitalism was let's look at like founders as how well they can manage. And really one of the key things is you're not thinking about revenue per employee as a key metric of your business. You really should be thinking about that because that's one of the fuels of how you're going to get funding today. That's one of the key aspects they're going to ask you about. That shows that you're a good business owner. But now we're at this next level stage because content creation has made it so much that everyone who looks like everything different and also speaks to individual audiences around anywhere has made it so easy to, one, create content, two, develop and nurture a personal brand that like it's really part of the founder's job to start to do this. But here's again, this is a mindset thing. When it goes to that starting conversations point, what you're really listening for is who is the individual that people want to be working with? What do they think that the creator, the founder of this product that they're using sounds like and acts like? You're not giving them yourself. We're not asking you to be you out there and make everyone come to like you. The reality of this is the marketing side of your business the reality is we shape, if you're doing it right, you listen to customers, you shape a personal brand and create a micro celebrity status around who you are as founders. The point of that is you're continually leaning into authority. For instance, if you let's say you make a scheduling product for the HR industry, then a lot of your content goes to like experience in the HR industry or why you're uniquely positioned to build products for the HR industry or why you're focused on that. It really builds authority into not only are you making this product, but you also uniquely understand them and their problem. And then if you really think about this micro celebrity status now, it's a carefully curated image. This is actually a really good, valuable tool for you because Elon Musk has a little bit of an overexposure problem right now. We don't hear that same thing about Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, who is equally as important to their businesses and to the US economy. But
the exposure of Elon Musk now is massive compared with this. You know, he's taking his personal brand to the next level.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.